Hello everyone, today we talk about 10 investing concepts beginners need to learn. Key introduce and strategic frameworks for intelligent and successful investors. Getting started as an investor can be a daunting task. This is especially true if you are a methodical person who is cautious about commencing such as important undertaking before you have acquired sufficient knowledge, expertise, and confidence. Meanwhile, creating a short list of everything that a beginning investor should know inevitably runs the risk of excluding many vital points. Indeed, successful investors are bound to differ widely on what they would include in their top 10 list if they were preset to replicate this exercise. That says, we offer what we hope in a useful checklist to help you get started as a successful investor. We have chosen to emphasize key personal attributes and overarching strategic framework that, in our opinion, will help you to become an intelligent investor. Key takeaways: have a plan, prioritize saving, and know the power of compounding. Understand risk, diversifications, and asset allocation. Minimize investment cost. Learn classic strategies. Be disciplined and think like an owner or lender. Never invest in something you don't fully understand. Have a financial plan. It's first. The first step toward becoming a successful investor should be starting with a financial plan, one that includes goals and milestones. These goals and milestones would include setting targets for having special amounts saved by specific dates. The goals in questions might include, for example, having enough savings to facilitate buying a home, funding your children's education, building an emergency fund, having enough to fund an entrepreneur venture, or having enough to fund a comfortable retirement. Moreover, while most people think in terms of saving for retirement, an even more desirable goal would be to achieve financial independence at as early an age as possible. A moment devoted to this goal is financial independence readily illustrated. While it is possible to create a solid financial plan on your own, if you are new to the process, you might consider enlisting professional help from someone such as financial advisor or financial planner. Preferably one is a certified financial planner. Finally, don't delay. Seek to have a plan in place as early as possible in your lifetime and keep it a living document, update regularly and in light of change, circumstances and goals. The FIRE moment. The FIRE Financial Independence Retail Yearly moment agrees for repeat wealth accumulations far in advance of the traditional retirement age to give you more options in life yearly on. Second, make saving a priority. Before you can become an investor, you must have money to invest. For most people, that will require setting aside a portion of each paycheck for savings. If your employer offers a saving plan such as 401,000, this can be an attractive way to make saving automatic, especially if your employer will match all or part of your own contributions. In setting up your financial plan, you also might consider other alternatives for making saving automatic. In addition to using employer-sponsored plans, building wealth typically has aggressive saving at its core, followed by astute investments aimed at making the saving grow. Also, a key to saving aggressively is living frugally and spending with caution. In this vein, advice in just to your financial plan would be creating a budget, tracking your spending closely and regularly reviewing whether your outlays and making sense and delivering sufficient value. Various budgeting apps and budgeting software packages are available, or you can choose to create your own spreadsheets. Third, understand the power of compounding. Saving and investing on a regular systematic basis and starting this discipline as early as possible in life will allow you to make full advantage of the power of compounding to increase your wealth. The current precarious period of historically low interest rates has diminished the power of compounding to some extent, but it also has made starting early to build savings and wealth more imperative, since it will take interest bearing and divide paying invest longer to double in value than before, all else equal. Fourth, understand risks. Investing risk has many expected such a default risk on a bond. The risk that the risk that the issuer may not meet is obligations to pay interest or repay principal and volatility in stocks, which can produce sharp sudden increases to decrease in value. Additionally, there is general a trade-off between risk and return, or between risk and reward. This is the road to achieving higher returns on your investments often involves accumulating more risk, including the risk of losing all or part of your investment. As a critical part of your planning process, you should determine your own risk tolerance, how much you can be prepared to lose should prospective investments decline in value, and how much ongoing price volatility in your investments you can accept without incurring under worry will be important considerations in determining what source of investment are more appropriate for you. Risk. At its most basic level, investment risk includes the possibility of a complete loss. But there are many other aspects to risk and its measurement. 5. Understand diversifications and exact allocation. Diversification and exact allocation are two closely related concepts that play important roles both in managing investment risk and in optimizing investment returns. Broadly speaking, diversification involves spreading your investments portfolio among a variety of investments in hopes that support returns or losses in some may be offset by above average returns or gains in others. Likewise, exact allocations has similar goals, but with the focus being on distributing your portfolio across a major category or investments such as stocks, bonds, and cash. Once again, your ongoing financial planning process should revise your decisions of diversifications and exact allocation regularly. Sixth, keep costs low. You cannot control the future returns on your investments, but you can control the cost. Moreover, traditional cost, investment manager, free account fees, can be a silent fashion drag on investments performance. Similarly, taking mutual funds as just one example, high cost is no equivalence of better performance. 7. Understand classic investment strategies. Among the investment strategies at the beginning, investors should understand fully are active versus passive investings, value versus growth investings, and income or retained versus gains or retained investing. That's all. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.